Hello and happy midweek greetings from Radically Rational and radicallyrational.com. There's a reason for this. I'll get to it momentarily. But first, I know most of you haven't noticed, but I'm actually an old man. I hide it well, I admit it, but I'm an old guy. But back when I was a younger man, I had two American corporate heroes, TGI Fridays and Southwest Airlines. Cheeseburger? Anyone? We got to get this immigration thing straightened out. And that means people are going to have to work together. Yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem largely of our own creation, but we need problem solvers. But I do agree, I found myself in a position I'm not normally in yesterday. I agree with Justice Gorsuch, who says that the Supreme Court should not be a policymaker of last resort. He's absolutely right about that. GOP? No, that doesn't stand for Grand Old Party. That stands for Group of Prevaricators. Lying is not just tolerated, it is mandated. And this Santos thing, somebody explain to me why this is okay in any way. And somebody explain to me why that is not disqualifying. He says he's not a fraud. He's absolutely a fraud. How is this not defrauding the government of the United States? How is this not defrauding those constituents? And how did this not disenfranchise those voters who made a decision based on false pretenses? How is this not actionable? And how is this not criminal? GOP, Group of Prevaricators. Lies are not just tolerated, they're required. Okay, so I was at the computer banging away on a blog yesterday when BB broke the news to me that J.J. Watt is retiring at the end of the season. And I don't think BB quite knew how I was going to react. Maybe thought I was going to be crushed. I just smiled because that's the way you do it. Did you see J.J. Watt play Christmas night? Did you see that? That was J.J. effing Watt. He wasn't 33, he was 23 again. Did you see that and think of all that man has been through? Broken legs, battered knees, back surgeries, heart procedures, and he just kept coming back. And what I wanted to see is ultimately J.J. Watt go out on top. And he did that. He looked like a 3-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year. It was just great. It was wonderful. And to see him there with his beautiful family, that was just great. Think of all the wonderful things that man has done for others that we know about. And then think of the thousands of others that undoubtedly we don't know about. It's always made me sad that here's J.J. Watt, who is everything we say we want in a sports hero and a role model and a member of the team we love. And yet some people remained cynical about it. They thought he was, quote, thirsty, that he was a phony. All I can tell you is that I genuinely feel sorry for anybody whose heart is that hard. JJ. Okay, now, y'all gonna have to help me through this. Yeah, I'm enjoying the bowl season. Yeah, it's college football. I can't get enough. But I think we're all starting to realize the new chaotic landscape of the sport. This portal leads to insanity. And NIL sometimes appears to stand for no intelligence left. And I'm really conflicted because from a legal standpoint and a constitutional standpoint, a moral standpoint, ethical standpoint, I understand why players need to have the same freedom of movement that coaches have always had. And I get it legally that the players should be entitled to a cut of the enormous revenue they produce. Intellectually, I get it. It's what this is going to do to the sport and is already doing to the sport that I lament. This is going to crush a lot of the things that we love about college football. I don't know how you can keep a team together. I don't know how you can keep a locker room together. I don't know how you can maintain team unity in this landscape. Some people smarter than I are going to figure it out, but I just don't get it. Look, to be sure, being a college football fan has always required a certain suspension of disbelief. Okay? To fully enjoy it, you had to create your own fantasy land. Now it's going to be even more difficult. But this is where I'm going to need your help. Because am I still going to watch? Am I still going to be immersed in it? Am I still going to celebrate victories and mourn losses? Am I still going to pledge allegiance to the laundry? Am I still going to salute the helmets that I love? Yes, I will. Why? Because I'm an addict and the pusher owns me. I'll be the first to admit that is less than radically rational.